and gentlemen, welcome on in to BSG 34, our on-site event for the first time since 2019. Man, it was a hell of a ride. All right, I'm your host for the next couple of runs, Mies LWD, and in front of me is shadowfrost with new Super Mario Bros. On the Wii, any percent. Take it away, Frosty.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's been very nice to be here again, and I'm happy to all show you New Super Mario Bros. Wii today. I'm just gonna get right into it, so if tech is all ready to go, I see a thumbs up, then I'll just do a countdown in 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah, there we go, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The first installment of this game on the Wii, as the name suggests. And at first, it's a very regular side 2D Mario game that you might recognize. But there's one very important thing in this run that's gonna be making this game very, very different from many of the other games. So you got your jumping, your slide down slopes to go faster, and we just grabbed the best power-up in this entire game, the propeller suit. It's great for getting into up high places that you normally would need. You would need way more difficulty with the reaching. And although overall, if you use it in just sidewards movement, it's kind of slow. The game's trying to tell. That's the end of the first level, by the way. The first few levels are going to be like that. So, yeah, normally the propeller suits, if you want to go fast from left to right, isn't very fast because it does slow you down a lot. But the further we get this propeller suit into the game, the more we can skip in that. So right now we're doing the 80% category, which means just beating Bowser as quickly as possible. For that, we need to get to World 8, and luckily we don't have to play to 8 different worlds. In this game, there are skips to later worlds, like in your regular Mario Brothers 2D side-scrolling games, and that's what we'll be using later on in the run. There's also, I didn't really get to show you it yet, but there is some nice little things they added for that it's a Wii game and it's Nintendo, and you gotta show off your motion controls, right? Well, one of the things that you can do is, in this level, there are these platforms that if you actually tilt your controller, it actually tilts the platform while you're on it. And what I just usually try to do with these platforms is just tilt them so I can slide down them and gain that slight little bit of extra speed. So I'm all over the place with commentary. Sorry if I'm making no sense. But I was in the middle of telling to get to the other worlds, there are skips in this game. You can see on the bottom right there that there is a cannon there, and that will let us skip all the way to World 5 already. So that's what we'll be heading for. And to actually reach that place, we need to find the secret exit in this level. And luckily, I know where that is. I do a nice little triple jump there. Sometimes it seems just like you're showing off a little bit, but it can actually matter. Sometimes that first hammer boat just jumps up right when you get there. The way that when you do a triple jump, you'll barely jump on top of him and not get hit there. And in this level, one of my favorite Mario characters is introduced, but unfortunately we don't get to use it. There's a Yoshi here, which normally would let you get up there, but since we still have the propeller suits, you see the power of it, that we can just easily get to high places and go to a little secret over here, where we just walk over the wall, classic Mario Brothers style skip there. And that actually leads us to the secret exit, indicated by the nice little red flag. And we're only a few minutes in, and we're already done in the first world. This first world, definitely in the speedrun, is just a little bit of introduction, where we just get a little bit of the hang of the controls, and then we'll start doing some more complicated things very, very soon. This is Toad, for people who don't know Toad. Toad tries to slow us down. He talks a lot. He tells us that if we find Toad, that we should save Toad in the level that they're hiding in, but we've already beaten that level. Why would we go back there? We have nothing to look there. Normally, if you would save in, he gives you a few power-ups that you can use in later levels, but we don't really need that. So yeah, for actually getting to the next world, you can see on the cannon there, we're going to World 5 already, and yeah, that's already the first part of the run done. If there's a little bit of a little cutscene here, so if you have a quick something you want to say, Mies, now's the time.
All right, that's good to know because we still have some bit wars going on, especially for the trauma center under the knife. That is the next one is coming up, so you can choose the healing touch shape of that. So yeah, get your donations in.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, in this next level, we're actually gonna go for not the. How would I phrase this correctly? We're gonna purposely go a little bit slower so we can go faster. It will make sense in a second. So right now we got all these piranha plants who are just trying to block us a little bit. And they're kind of annoying to dodge later on in the level. So we're actually going to slow down here up this slope just so we can get this star here. Because once we have that, not only do we run faster, we also just are able to run through everything so we don't have to worry about that. Makes it very, very convenient. Nice little vines here that you don't want to grab them too high because then you don't get enough momentum. Here we jump while crouching just so we don't bonk our heads and lose speed. Here we skip using the wheel that you can turn just by using the propeller suit. You can already see that having a propeller suit here is not really what the game thinks you'll have, and we can just skip major parts because of that. And before we head into the next level, we're actually going to be blocked a little bit here on the overworld. Before we can actually head to the next stage, you can already see this piranha plant over here. And in this game, they try to give fun little overworld mechanics. And the World 5 overworld mechanic is that these vines, you see them changing every time that we beat a level. Unfortunately, the way how the vines work is that we always run into this piranha here. We unfortunately can't dodge him like that unless we die in a level or beat a level again. We don't want to do that. So we quickly go through this little bit of a bonus stage where Toad is trapped by the piranha plants. And once we collect all those 8 Toad balls, we free him. He gives us some power-ups that we can use later on. And yeah, that's about it. Here we actually have 2 different choices on stages we can go. We can either go to the top to 5-2 or to the bottom to 5-3. The one that I'm going for is slightly faster. It saves a few seconds if you do it correctly, but it is also a little bit more difficult, so gotta pay a little bit more attention here. As you can see, a lot of these enemies are quite difficult to jump over, so actually, since I'm really want to keep my propeller suit, I'm playing it a little bit more safe left and right, just to make sure that we can actually do some very, very cool things very soon. So here I actually slow down on purpose so I can easily dodge the enemy here. Skip this enemy here by just doing a wall jump, and hopefully we should jump over and go through. Okay. There's always a little bit of a scary part. Sometimes it seems like you get hit by one of the legs, but hitboxes are a little bit weird over there. So luckily, no loss of the propeller suit yet, which is going to make the next stage very much faster than if you would play this game normally. Because in this next level, we actually have to climb a very large tower. And for people who know towers, I hope you know, towers are very tall. And the whole stage revolves around a very vertical stage where we have to keep moving left and right up to go all the way up. But with the propeller suit, we can actually skip a lot of those sections. So here, you gotta be a little bit more careful because the game doesn't really automatically scroll that bravely. Ooh, that's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate that we don't have a propeller suit. All right, but that definitely didn't lose a lot of time. Oops, that wasn't the intention at all, but we're fine. We'll just show you what the regular way was, because that's how it's supposed to be, because why would we go... I really didn't want that to happen. I really didn't want that to happen. Okay, then we gotta do the next part without propeller suit. Yeah. And unfortunately, there's not really a way that we can get another one at this point. We could go back to a stage, but we don't. Doing that would lose even more time, so. Gotta do this the old-fashioned way. It's been a while since I've done this the old-fashioned way. And just climbing up some more. Please, if you have anything to say, we're climbing here for a little bit. Or not, I'll do it myself. We made it to the end anyway here. So we Actually, here we're fighting one of the Koopa kids. I believe it's Lemmy. I call myself a Mario fan, but I always misremember some of my Koopaling names. And the idea with this boss is we jump on his head. It will go left and right a little bit, trying to damage us, but we'll very easily maneuver around him. And finally, he'll stop right here, and then we can just jump on him. It's very easy to determine when he'll stop once you've played this a few times. And yeah, now that he's gonna leave, we have to wait here a little bit, and then we'll move quietly along to the next part. And again, I wish I had a propeller suit, because this next stage is everyone's or every speedrunner's favorite. It's an auto-scroller! Yay! And normally, if you have the propeller suit, you can actually skip most of the stage. But since we don't have that, we're just gonna do it the regular way. I feel like with losing that propeller suit so early on, it actually loses you a couple of minutes. Quite ridiculous how powerful it is. But hey, that means I get to be on screen for longer. It was all planned, I think. Okay, not really, but... So I'm just gonna grab this power up here. We get to show other power-ups that I normally don't get to show off. This is the ice flower. We can freeze enemies, make them into ice blocks, then we can throw them. So the whole premise of the stage is, like, we're on this platform and you see a little number underneath it. And once there's 5 enemies on the platform, then or 5 objects even, coins also count towards the limit of it. The platform will stop and we have to defeat the enemies before we can actually continue. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to get rid of most of the enemies here. Hopefully keep the fire flower, because that's usually more convenient. You can see there the platform is stopped and we gotta wait a little bit. I'm gonna try to at least keep these small little Goombas most of the platform as I can. Oh boy. Luckily those don't damage you, but I really want a mushroom because I'm scared and I don't get do this normally. And go away. Okay, there we go. We're making progress. Let's try to maneuver it so these don't fall on the platform. So we're just gonna let them be over here. There is a piranha there who will stay on the platform for very long, and we'll just grab this power block, and luckily that gets rid of most of those. And it's a very interesting stage because all these random things just randomly fall out of the air, and it's kind of scary. Like that, for example. Luckily, we can throw bombs at the piranha, so at least to get rid of those. Also, big piranhas, go away. We're fine, and we're almost at the end of the stage. And I don't think many more things will fall on top of it, but just in case, I'll throw them over. There's the platform. Gotta be careful of that final bomb dropping there. And there we go. Let's just pretend that we had a propeller suit, and I did a very cool skip there where we skipped most of it. It's yeah, that's about it. Anywho, so we made it to the end of well, we're almost at the end of World 5. There's only one more stage we gotta do, because we're actually gonna go to this next cannon over here, which will take us all the way to the final world already, which will be very, very convenient, because I gotta admit, if we would look at some other worlds in this game, I don't exactly know how to go fast through them. Normally, in this game, I only run the 90% category, which eventually I think I want to run some other categories as well, but I've hopefully now that events are happening on site again, that I'll... I need to go down here, everything's fine. I definitely want to see if I can get some more categories down for this, because this is a really fun game. It's definitely, this category in particular, I think is very fun. It's like, for me, it's a relatively short run, being only around the 30-minute mark, and there's a bunch of fun little movements, and I can definitely recommend playing this game. I'm playing it a bit safe. We're on safe mode right now. So we're just looking at this boo, because boos don't move when you look at them. Not really sure why. I guess they're kind of shy. They're no shy guys, but they're shy boos. And then with that, you can see the secret flag over there, and we're actually making it through. And with this, we're actually going to the end of World 5, and there's only one more world to go. So we're, I have no idea what kind of time we're looking at. I'm not sure if I want to know. I'm just gonna go to see if I can do these final little bits as quickly as I can. Because although normally World 8 seems very long, there's actually quite a bit of a shortcut that you can do by finding the right secret exit. So that's what we're gonna go for. But before that, gotta go in the cannon. Gotta go. And I guess I didn't really brief about this at the beginning of the game, but when we started the run, we actually start from a file selection that already watched through the intro cutscene. So I'm sure there might be like 1 or 2 people out there who've never heard the plot of a Mario game. So we have this Princess Peach, and she gets kidnapped by Bowser, and we gotta save her. So it's basically every Mario plotline. That's one thing about this game. It's not. You shouldn't play it for the plot. Let's leave it at that. So now we're in World 8, and this world is filled with lava, and lava is scary because when you fall in the lava, it's insta-death. Here I'm actually going through some of these fires because I kind of don't want to wait for the cycles. I'm playing it a bit safe because I really don't want to lose that much more. Just gonna wait here because right behind here is a checkpoint, and as you can see, there are a bunch of rubble falling from the volcanoes as well, which you should definitely keep avoiding those. Here, I'm gonna grab an extra power-up, not really to use it's for its power. Like, sure, Fire Flower is great and all, but mostly I don't want to wait for some of these cycles, so I'm actually just gonna go through these first 2, and I kind of messed up my jump, so I gotta wait for this one here, and then hopefully we'll just quickly make it through. Going up here, there is the secret behind the wall there, which I think has one of the star coins. As you can see on the top left, you can find 3 star coins in each stage, and there, with those, you can unlock little videos to give you tips and tricks in the first world. We don't need any of that. I've not really seen any speedrun tricks in there. I've actually checked if there was any cool new threads, but nah, unfortunately. So now we're going to World 8-2, and we can finally leave the volcano behind because those falling pieces of rubble are random for exactly what size fall where, and it's kind of annoying if you actually get hit by those because you're expecting there to be nothing, and then there is something. Oh wait, that's not the mushroom. Again, I'm playing it a bit safe because. And in this stage, there's a lot of these spinning platforms and a lot of spinning spiky balls, which hurt like any enemy/object in this game. But luckily, we're fine. I wanted to show that. So that's how you get the star coin. Okay, sorry. Going through here, gotta go a little bit further. And actually, once we get to the end of this red coin part, there's actually a power-up star here, which will help us a lot. Because we can actually use it to go in here. It's a very well-hidden secret, I would say. The first time I played this, it took me so long to find this. Like, who would ever think to checking back there? Well, luckily we did, because it lets us go to this nice little secret here. Trying to do some crouch jumps here, just so we keep most of our momentum here. With the crouch jump, I should mention, a crouch jump is I crouch and then I jump, just so Mario's does do a jump, but its hitbox is much smaller. And the smaller hitbox is just very nice to avoid bumping your head against the ceiling. Because if you hit your head on the ceiling, it's, first of all, it hurts. Mario doesn't like to get hurt, I've asked. And it slows us down, and that's very important to us. So we should really try to avoid hitting our head there.
Do we have some time for some donations?
Definitely.
All right, very good. We have a donation from Adam for 20 euros. Greetings. As someone married to a surrounding by people who struggle with mental health, thank you for donating your speedrunner skills to such a good game. Charity speedruns are one of the best things that ever come out of the gaming community. And the main thing that makes me proud to be a gamer. Thanks to the runner and to BSG for using your talent for good. Gotta go fast, aka Adam N. For 20 euros. We also have a donation from Anonymous from 10 euros. I think that is bind to the bit wars that is coming up, because he has, or she has, or they have connected to the Polo glitchless bit war, and he's choosing the color rainbow color. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Good choice.
So yeah, back to you, Frosty.
Yes, thank you. We're right now we're in this nice little roller coaster level, and I tell her right to be excited that we were on a roller coaster, but one thing you gotta be careful of when you play this game is that it's a Wii game, there's motion controls, and if you actually spin the controller, you actually do a little spin jump like this. I gotta show it up. And that's kind of annoying, especially if you make an unexpected sudden movement with your controller that you're thinking like, oh yeah, everything's fine, and then you suddenly do a jump that you didn't realize. Oops. So let's not try to do that at the crucial points. Luckily, this stage by itself doesn't bother much of a problem. Mostly we're on this, yeah, but it's a bone snake. I usually call it a roller coaster because it's like on a roller coaster with lots of peaks and a lot of going up and down, and it's a fun ride. Mario probably thinks less of it with all the lava that's flying around, but he's called Jumpman for a reason, right? He's probably the only person who's allowed to jump on a roller coaster, because kids don't jump on roller coasters. That's very bad, very bad. Not that I've tried, but it doesn't sound like a very smart idea. And now we got double roller coaster. Unfortunately, we don't get to enjoy it very long because we're actually at the end of the stage, which, I mean, is also good because that means we're one step closer to the end. And I'm very happy that we get to this next stage here because I'm so happy that we'll actually be grabbing another propeller suit. I've missed my friend the propeller suit. It's very, very good power-up in this game. And hopefully I get to show off some cool skips with it. That's it should be doable. And if not, then it was all intentional. Just don't blame me if it goes wrong, please. I'm trying my best. So yeah, in this stage we're on Bowser's airship, and there's a lot of these screws around which let you, if you spin them, platforms will move, which will actually let you progress. And there, in that little crate, there is a propeller suit hidden. Definitely didn't know about that suit. And there goes the propeller suit. Who needs a propeller suit anyway? I know there's another one down. But please, I really want to keep this propeller suit for just a little bit. Let me show a few things with this. Otherwise it would be such a shame. Right here, unfortunately, we gotta wait for this pipe over here. You're not able to go fast enough to actually make an earlier cycle because it starts spinning once you get close to it. So that's very unfortunate. This is one of the parts where you can see that the propeller suit is very good, and we can actually skip some very, very good parts. Here as well, instead of turning the screw around, we just jump into the abyss, spin at the right moment, and just skip a nice little part there. Same goes here. Instead of moving the platform, we can just go up like this. And instead of turning the platform, we just slide under. So there you see that. The propeller suit definitely had some good uses, and I made a mistake. Oops! Well, at least you got to show what the propeller suit could have done. So you definitely saw the idea there. Alright, we're going back, and now I'll show you the regular slow way, because I'm sure that some people don't know what the regular slow way is. So just for you, I'll show you. So here we go, we're actually moving this platform. As you can see, it's very slow, very annoying. We don't want that. Alright, sorry about that. But we're back, right back on pace. We're going straight through these few little platforms here, and we're actually off to fight of our very good friend. Not sure if we should call it a friend because he's actually trying to defeat us, which is kind of bad. And he tries to mock us a little bit, and he's like, oh, I got a small clown car here. Nah, we don't need that. We got big clown car. But you know what they say, the bigger they are, they're easier to hit. So we'll actually be dropping some bombs here. Unfortunately, I was a little bit off with my timing here. And yeah, the idea is we do a ground pound, and once it goes up, it hits Bowser Jr. So convenient that he's in such a large clown car. So now he'll be shooting some fireballs at us. I just try to manipulate them a little bit towards the side, because if they're actually on the crucial spots, it's kind of annoying to dodge them. So here, he'll shoot some more. Just try to lure it right over here, and then last minute, dodge. And then last but not least, he'll drop an even bigger bomb, which makes him even easier to hit. I'm not sure what its idea is with it. I would also assume that that would blow up the entire airship that we're on, and that would kind of ruin the entire thing, but luckily we got to skip that, and we defeated. And there's the princess. We did it. Oh, she isn't anymore. Oh, yeah, okay, no. Apparently, we're not there yet. Because although it seemed like the end of the world here, that this was the final place that we go, this next stage is the actual final stage of the game. And in this stage, we get to see a lot of cool, different few things here, and hopefully we'll figure out who the big, scary final boss is. I definitely have no idea who it is. I definitely didn't mention it before, who kidnapped the princess. But let's make it a surprise still, though, who this final boss is gonna be. Maybe we'll be surprised and it's actually Rosalina. Who knows? I don't know. So yeah, final stage over here. There's a lot of these peeaboos that will just jump up from random places. Normally, you kind of want to try to have a propeller suit here, because although for this section it doesn't make it that much faster, it will make it a bit faster towards the end. But the very convenient part about having it now is that we can actually do our regular spins in midair. Because if you don't have the propeller suit and do a spin, you actually keep your height a little bit longer, which is very convenient for just making slightly bigger jumps. And in this next section here, we get a little bit of an auto-scroller again, everyone's favorite. And it's all filled with this very slow-moving room going down, and we just gotta make sure that we land on the platforms and make sure to not touch lava in the bottom. So, Mies, if you still have something to say, no, probably still a good moment?
Yeah, for sure thing, Frosty. I would like to let you know, we are raising money for Mind, which is a national-wide organization committed to prevent mental health issues and support everyone who is dealing with mental health issues themselves or within their family. All of your donations will go to Mind, and we have still a lot of bit wars going on. So if you feel free to donate for example, Portal Glitchless, or like Trauma Center, Everett Pacifist, but also a lot of Pokemon. Let's go Eevee, any percent. Get your donations in.
Thank you. Right now we're heading towards the boss here, and those fireballs that appear, they're random in which order they appear, so you definitely gotta anticipate for that. And yeah, now we're here, the final boss. Who would have expected that Bowser was gonna be the boss? I definitely didn't. I can try to defeat him with fireballs, but the most convenient way to actually defeat him is just if he makes that movement, we just run under him and we hit the button. There we go. The Bowser is gone, and the princess, although she doesn't really look like herself, and we saved her. She looks a bit different though. Didn't remind her being. I thought she was slightly taller, but we did it. We did it, right? Right? Oh. Never mind. Never mind. It was Kamek. Very unfortunate. And the Kamek has a nice little trick for us, and he's actually, as you can see, Bowser is extremely large now. And right now, we don't have a way to defeat him, so we're just gonna run. We have to use his fireballs to actually break open walls. I try to kind of manipulate them through. So actually I'm doing my jump so they can hopefully mostly go in a straight line. And if they don't, it will happen eventually. Fortunately, I don't, my aim is not that great, so actually make sure that it breaks open. Geez, I'm not doing that great on this. Make sure that you, yeah, okay, I think this lasts, no, still not. Ah, come on, Bowser. There we go. Taking that one with me, and then we need only one more, and then we'll head towards the final sprint of this run. So I'm actually gonna let Tech aware that the run is gonna end kinda soonish, within a minute or so. It will finish once we hit the very big button towards the end. You'll see what big button I'm talking about. It's really big. And last but not least, we're using our propeller suit. We finally get to use it a little bit more, and we're running through this final little section here. Hopefully not falling in, because again, lava is inside that, and it hurts, and I'm just so scared that I'm falling in that I'm actually taking my time here. Button is right over here, and time. Oh yeah, that was New Super Mario Bros. Wii any percent. I actually went really careful back there, because there's one thing which I'm quickly gonna mention that, because if you actually do a spin input right when you hit the button, Mario can still fly off and actually fall to his death. At that point, the credits don't play, you didn't beat the game. Although the time officially ends when you hit the button, the run doesn't count if you actually fly off and die. And when I just started running this, the rules didn't specifically mention that. So I was like, well, I got a PB, I thought, but then I died. I wasn't sure, and but apparently it didn't count. And since then, I think they added it to the rules of speedrun.com. So that's, I hope, one addition I made to this game. So yeah, with that, I'm all done over here. I want to thank everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I don't know what's coming up next, but I'm sure Mies does.
Yes, for sure. Coming up next, Double with Trauma Center Under the Knife story mode. We have still a bit more for that one coming on the DS. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for your run, Frosty. You saved Peach once again. Thank you so much. And yeah, come back to you later.